whānau. Sorry I've been a bit absent the last few weeks. Been a lot on. Me and my partner have just bought our first home and moved into it, so been a bit stressed with all of that. It's all done and dusted now though, we moved in. We're heading out for a hunt with my old man and Louis. My old man's name's Louis as well, but we just call him Lou. And we are going to a place just out of Wanganui called Muddy Waters. It's a sheep and beef station that also runs a fallow deer, free range fallow deer hunting sort of experience, I guess you'd call it. I actually noticed that the Facebook page for the game park follows Blokes Can Cook too. So I messaged the page, and yeah, the guy seems like a nice bloke, and he's offered for us to come down there, and we're gonna shoot a meat animal this afternoon, and then we're gonna cook that whole over the coals tomorrow. And we're gonna get up first thing in the morning, and the old man's gonna hopefully drop a coal stag. So yeah, as long as he can shoot straight. Can he still shoot straight? Probably better than me still, let's be honest. Yeah, so that's our plan. We're just heading up there now. We're all loaded up, cooking gear, we got bloody guns. I mean, look, can't even see out the back window. We've got everything we need, and the kitchen sink. Yeah, I guess we'll see you guys when we get a bit further up there. We're just on the main between Wanganui and Taranaki, just about in Patia. This area is well known for its high populations of fallow deer. I haven't done any hunting up in the area we're going, so it'll be good to have a look around. Always love exploring new places, and yeah, it's pretty cool of these guys at Muddy Waters to let us up there to have a look around and shoot a couple of animals, drink some piss, talk some shit. Should be fun. Well, we've made it. Just met the shepherd. His name's Hamish. He's a bloody good bugger already. He's just up in the sheriff's quarters getting ready. Louis is stomping out thistles. The old boy's getting his 300 blackout out. Just gonna put a bullet through it at the target over there. Make sure it's still shooting alright. Well, that's fancy.
Dad,
I said that's fancy. What do we got there, Dad? Because look, what are we packing? Some carbon fibre 300 blackout. Shooting subsonics. Alright. Well, we'll let Dad get all laid down and zeroed in. We'll get some footage.
No read on that. Which target are you shooting at?
The left one.
The hanging one, eh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't see any splash on that at all.
Louis, come back here, mate.
Must be dropping behind it, eh? Must be going over the top of the plate and dropping low. Because I'm getting no splash at all.
No, neither. I couldn't see anything on 10 times zoom there either.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's going just over the top of the plate and splashing behind it. That's why we're getting nothing back.
Shall I try the other one, the little blue one?
Yeah, go on, yeah, give us a go at that one. That'll give us a better read.
So the important thing here, team, is just want to make sure our guns are dead on, because we're obviously looking for a meat animal. It's got to be neck shot.
Oh, there we go, bro. Yeah, it's low. It's surprising. About 1.5 meters down the bank.
Oh hey. Okay. That's subsonics at 150 meters, 300 blackout, Not really that surprising.
Yeah.
I was aiming about 2 feet over the top of it.
Okay, so what we've established there is we need to get close, or we need to get a bigger gun. Can't really blame Dad though, he's just got this rifle, he wanted to have a play with it. Let's be fair.
I wasn't zeroed in at that distance, and these things drop real quick.
Yeah, they drop a shitload.
As long as you got plenty of ammo with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. We'll get you zeroed in on this, so it's sweet, and then up to you. You can use that, or we've got the 7mm there.
Sound good to you, Dad?
No?
Do you want to use a 7mm or do you just want to dial in at 150?
Oh, we could try the 7mm
It's up to you, man.
if it's handy.
It's back up in the ute, but it's only going to take me 5 minutes to go get it.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're changing gun. That's alright. We'll have another go at it. So packed up the 300 Blackout. This is just 7mm, which is slightly higher calibre, a little bit better at flying flat over the further ranges. With the 300 Blackouts, it's a really heavy projectile with not much gunpowder, so it's really effective within 100 metres, but can be the bullet falls quite a long way after the first 100 metres, so that means you need to sight it in for that distance. So instead of spending more ammunition sighting it in, we're just going to put a round through Hamish's 7mm and use that, hopefully. No, he was going for the head one. Just off left edge is what it looked like to me through this video, because I've got 12 times zoom, I didn't even know that. That looks clear as. It's definitely a lot, it makes a bit more of a mess of the dirt than the slow flying Blackout was, yeah. Alright, we're happy. The old man hit the box. That's all we need. So now we'll get out and have a little look around. For obvious reasons I can't show you guys too many landmarks, but we'll do our best to show you guys what we can see. You can get to look down into a lot of gullies and a lot of streams, and hopefully sometime shortly a dead fallow deer. Alright, you excited, Louis? Yep. Shall we put your earmuffs away for now? Yep, I can put that in there for you. Saw our first deer, mob of about 5 stags. A couple of pretty nice ones, they scarfed it though. Did you see them, son? Did you see the deer? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we did. See good stags. Yeah. Oh, one antler there. You want one of them?
No, I want them.
Oh, you want your binoculars? Yeah, I'll get them for you. Louis, wait behind, mate. So we've just parked up the side by side. We've seen, I don't know, 20 deer already. We're just gonna have a walk along this bush edge here and have a look down into some of the gullies. Try find the meat animal we're looking for, and yeah, Hopefully I should get some pretty good footage of my old man pulling off the perfect shot. Hey Dad.
Oh, I can't now.
You can now. So we've got a hind sitting with her fawn straight across the gully there. Just weighing up whether they're shooters or leavers. The fawn's definitely a bit on the small side still. We're just weighing up whether the hind's in good enough condition to take. See if I can zoom right in for you. Yeah, she's like a second year hind, eh? Or third year?
That's what, yeah, I was going to say probably about a 2-year-old maybe. She's not very big herself.
Both chocolate too, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, so they're, the way she's sitting, I can't really sort of tell how fat she is.
Yeah.
She's sort of rolled over onto her side a little bit, so I can't see her hips.
Yeah. So we're looking for a meat animal team for the... We're going to try cook a hole over the fire tomorrow. That's the plan. Well, we're not going to try, we're going to do it. So we're trying to find something that's got good back on it, that's already recovered nice and got a good healthy fawn on it. So yeah, we'll just keep looking. Right, we've found an animal. It's nice and fat. Dad's just getting ready to shoot it now. So just here, I've sped it up. We were there for quite a while in the failing afternoon light. The old man couldn't get his eye in on the reticle on the different gun, and in that time the fellow walked in behind the bush. The old boy finally found her in the scope. She's getting a bit used to somebody else's gun, and she's walked on behind a bush. But we're just going to keep watching her, and hopefully she pops back out the other side. She's still behind that bush. Yeah.
She should just be side.
What's the range there, Hamish?
189.
Oh, it's about perfect, eh? 189 metres. Can you see it, son? It's hiding behind the bush at the moment. It's just come out. There she is.
Directly to the right of the tree here.
Yep. Just going to the punga now. Mew! Mew! Mew!
She's moving down to the left. She stopped right in the worst spot she could.
Dad probably won't even be able to see her on his angle, eh?
Yeah, she's come out of that clearing, she's come down to the left towards that.
Oh look, there's her fawn. Her fawn just came out behind her.
Yep, yeah, there's two now on followed
This is.
Range 174. Probably just same sort of hold on to that.
Nice shot, Dad.
Nice.
Neck, did you get her in the neck?
Yeah, all neck.
Well done.
That bit of wind, eh? Yeah.
Still alive.
No, she's dead, mate.
She ain't going nowhere.
Oh well.
You gonna carry it for us?
Well done.
Why not?
Louis, shake the man's hand. Go shake Didder's hand.
Thank you, Louis.
Shake Hamish's hand. Shake Hamish's hand. Stop, bro. Thank you.
Ah, awesome, bro.
Mean.
Love those ones, eh? When they just roll like that.
Oh,
It's, satisfying.
perfectly placed shot for all that fucking around. I'm glad we waited.
Look at this.
Two of them running up my face now. Oh, that was nice of a hunt there.
Saw some running away.
Best bit is we can drive to here. Love those ones.
Alright, so now the fun part's done, the hard work begins. We'll get down there, we'll gut her, get her prepped up. It's nice and cold tonight, so she should set perfectly for us to be cooked tomorrow after we go for our morning hunt. Couldn't have asked for a better result. We better get down there and start processing our animal. The real good news is Hamish has just informed us we can drive all the way to her. Fucking gentleman's hunting. My favourite sort. Why climb all the way to the top of the tree to pick the fruit that tastes exactly the same off the bottom of the branch, whānau? Life lessons from Joel. Yeah, and yeah. Jump out. Yeah, I'll got it. Hawks, I'd say. Oh, look at this. The old boy, hey? Just call him Dead-Eye Dick. He's just pulled the old on it, yep. You pretty much beheaded it. Perfect. Beautiful condition hind. Alright, I better get into gutting it. So, we've got a little bit of a photo shoot. Got the two Louis in there. I'm going to get into gutting this fucking thing and then we'll get it on the track and head back, get it hung up and have a cold one. Nice quick job on the gutting here. Got it nice and clean. Beautiful neck shot animal by the old boy. Kept the heart, always do. Beautiful. Job done.
Go back into the soil and then I'll grow some more grass.
Normally I'd cut the head off up here, but Dad decided to decapitate it with the bullet, so that's where I went for. She's in beautiful condition. Plenty of caul fat. So she's going to go pretty good over the open fire tomorrow. Cheers, boys.
After our morning hunt.
After our morning hunt, yes, son, yes. Right, so we get this back and have a few bevies.
Sounds good.
Sweet. We've got our animal all loaded up. We're just taking the scenic route home. See what else we can see. Just park the bike up over there. Fuck. There's a chocolate one at the very front.
But we're not going in the shop.
Those ones are on their way out. There's a nice big buck at the front. I can't see to get a good zoom on it. And this fading light was the way. He's massive away. Fuck, he looks as big as a sheep.
Real big body, eh?
I don't want mine. They're not like
Well, red look. Seen heaps of animals. Got our meat animal. It's too dark now, so we're going to head back, hang our deer up. Sink some fucking piss. Got the young fella a feed. Oh, can't see them in the low light. Beautiful stags. That's old narrow bum you're talking about, eh?
Yeah, in the middle there.
In the middle. That one on the left's mean and that white one's fucking mean too.
Oh my god, that's ugly.
Just when you think it's all over, whānau, another mob of deer. Got our animal home. Look at the fat on her. She's in beautiful condition. We'll leave it hanging out here in the night air. Should be well set for us in the morning by the time it comes time to cook it. Ready to head inside for some dinner, Louis?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
You hungry? You're always hungry.
That was her first real big fucking kill, that one.
Louis ready for bed. Some venison steaks. Not shot here. Near here. Not here. Cooking up. Shooting some shit. Having some beers. After a successful afternoon on the hill. Before we tuck in. Got an early start in the morning. Shearers are here, so they'll wake us up at about 5:30, and then we're just sort of gonna do fuck all until the sun comes up. See you in the morning. 10 to 7 in the morning. The boys might have had 1 or 2 beers last night, maybe 3. A little bit of a headache. Hamish is not feeling much better. He also had 1 or 3. That old cunt's a seasoned alcoholic, so he's all good. Louis, he's fizzing, ready to go. The shearers have turned up. Nice early wake up. About 500 sheep scattering across the fucking floor. Sun's just starting to come up. We're just nursing our heads, and then we're going to head up for another look, eh, son?
Yeah.
Try find Didder a stag. So we'll just see you out there when we can. At the moment, the boys are just taking it easy, nice and slow. Here's our hind from last night. She's set. Look at that. She's set absolutely beautifully last night. Nice and cold. Should be good chewing. Look at the fat around her ass. She's in beautiful condition. So after our morning hunt, we'll get back and we'll rip into processing her. Sun's up. As I said, people are feeling a little bit sensitive this morning. We overindulged in the steinies. The old man's up, keen. Young fella's up and keen. And Hamish and I are a little bit slower off the mark today, but we'll get there. That's what we love, whānau. Hunting, the life, bees. So get in there, we'll get the young fella ready, we'll get out there and get us an animal. Hopefully. I mean, going on what we saw yesterday, a pretty good chance we're going to get something. So yeah, see you guys on the hill. Righto. The boys have worked up the energy to get off the couch. Just loading up the horses. By that I mean the side-by-side, because horses can get fucked. Strapping in the kids. Waiting for the geriatrics. Let's go see some more deer. Hey, son. Yeah, I'll help you in a second. Oh. Fuck. Binoculars. Yeah, I don't have my one, son. Bloody dad. Forgot his binoculars. Right, I'll get my binoculars and I'll see you guys out there. first one. We saw a couple hinds back there, but yeah, one we've sort of stopped for a proper look at. What a big bodied animal, very young though. I'm on the bloody gates because that guy's too old. Check this out though. Mob of bucks. One of them's got a snapped antler, but he's only young. So Hamish is going to give him another year, see if he comes right before he just makes a decision to cull him. So I don't know if I've said this yet, but this morning we're looking for a cull stag for the old man. And a cull stag can be anything from, you know, a middle-aged deer that's got a damaged pedicle, could be wounded, just sort of could be the wrong colour. On this particular station they like to shoot all the chocolate coloured ones, trying to develop a herd of the ginger spotted ones. So yeah, we'll carry on looking. Obviously very promising so far. There's that same mob of deer from before. Having fun, son? Yeah. Yeah? Just parked up the side by side. I'm gonna walk that hill and have a little bit of a look through the binoculars, see what we can see. It's actually a fucking beautiful morning for hunting. We had a bit of rain overnight, which was quite concerning, but it has come out perfect today. A little bit of wind, but other than that, it's bloody beautiful. Quite a mean feeling really, actually out hunting with the old man and my young fella at the same time. It's something that we as hunters and New Zealanders in general, you know, it's really quite special, and it's something that you know, can only last so long because you can't slow down time, and the young fella's going to get old and the old fella's going to get even older. So it's actually really quite special being out here, and I'm really thankful to have been invited. Alright, we've found a shooter. He's a young animal, but we've assessed him and his head's never going to get any better, so he's not worth keeping. Shush. They are there. I'll just zoom in for you. So they're 500 metres away. It's a long shot. I'm not sure if we'll take it from here, or are we gonna try to get closer? Or...
Yeah, it's focus are alert at the moment.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna hang around there, we can drop down onto that knob and we'll get a shot at 300. But of course we don't want to walk all the way over there and find that they're not there. So.
And spook them back into the scrub.
Yeah, so we'll just wait a couple of minutes, see what they're gonna do, and make a decision from there.
Okay. As I said, we're still 500 metres away. Over there, we could shoot from here, but we're just going to watch them for a little while and see what they're doing. It's actually standing perfectly broadside at the moment, so it'd probably be alright, but binoculars out and see how it goes. So we range found them there at 5:10. We're just going to get back along the track and walk down to a different spot, which will put us within 300. I mean, it's not that we're not confident that we can hit it from that distance, but obviously the closer we can sneak to it, the better. Oh, the old steinies are fizzing up in the belly. So we're going to try to get down onto that knob to shoot him. A nice big bodied animal, but the head's just never going to amount to much. So it's quite an important one to get out of the gene pool. So we're just going to sneak down there. I'll start filming again when we get down there. So the deer is still there. Louie, stay low. We'll just wait for the old man to get here and Louie, stay down. We're just waiting for the old man to get here and catch his breath, and then we'll get in position. Looks like some storm clouds are rolling in, so it'll be good to get this out of the way and get ready for cooking last night's animal. Might have spooked them. So we've snuck in to about 300 metres away. The deer have spooked slightly. We're just trying to stay nice and still so they don't jump the fence and piss off. I think they've actually spotted us. I think they're just fucking around playing, chasing each other around the paddock. So we're going to sneak up there and try to get a shot off. At the moment he's standing on the skyline though, so we need him to come down at least 2 or 3 metres before we let the big gun off over there. I'll just get the earmuffs out of my bag for Louis, because his young ears won't even be ready for this. He just needs to come down off that fucking skyline, eh?
Yeah, just really take that shot, because
That's a chain bit around in this thing. I think you're going to crawl a little bit higher, and no, I don't know the state of the gun, but we'll crawl a bit further up the hill.
Up the hill, straight ahead.
Or just straight ahead, yeah, basically. I'm just going to get Louis his earmuffs. I'm just going to get Louis his earmuffs. Where the fuck are they? There. Hold that on those deer. No. Oh, that's perfect. Good hit. Good hit.
Yeah, we'll go down, mate.
It won't take long to go down either.
Yeah, it was a nice rear lung hit.
Here it goes.
Yeah. We'll go down. That's it. Go down to the track for us, fella.
Alright, so that was a good hit. Saw the connect in behind the shoulder. We'll give it a minute or so and it should run hopefully right down to the track and die for us.
He's just gone down in some manukas there.
Has he fallen?
He's sat down.
Oh yeah, he'll die.
Yeah, he'll die in there, man. That round walk to me, seen his whole rib.
Yeah.
See him there in that little patch of green manuka. See his ass.
Oh yeah.
Into the shadow.
Yeah, he's overs. Is he tits up yet? I think he is.
He's not moving, so.
Oh well. Another one bites the dust. Oh, hold on, Louis. Dad, better zoom out. Well done. Nice shooting once again.
Done.
Thanks, bro.
Nice shooting, mate.
Cheers,
Well done.
Jesus, we've just climbed up the hill and obviously our shot must have spooked a small mob.
Louis climbing over the gate there and they haven't even seen him.
Yeah, Louis gone. He raced us, he went. Oh, now they can see him. Because we left the old man down on the track, we're going to go get the quad. And Louis raced us up the hill. He went round behind them and they don't really know where to run now.
He'll be buzzing about that, eh?
Oh, there they go. And watch this, they'll get up the top and they'll see the old man on the track and they'll be like, fuck. Shit, he's a beautiful spiker, that one at the front.
Yeah.
He's going to be a big animal.
The low down one, eh? He's got nice, far left now, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got nice spikes to him. Nice and even and straight.
Why they got their cocks out? That's weird, eh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well.
Must have been something funny going on up
Yeah,
here.
yeah. So we're back at the top now. The old man's knees aren't fucking up to the hills like they used to be, so we'll get the quad and go down to him. It's just those deer running away. Where are they? They should pop out very shortly. Oh, yep, there they go. They must have been in the scrub behind us. So we walked straight past them and then laid down and took our shot, and that shot obviously stood them all up, so they've run back up here, and then we've walked up here and just confused the shit out of them, but that's all good. They're safe today. That little spiker with those big tall spikes is probably safe for about 4.5 years, as long as he doesn't do anything to damage them in the meantime. Cool though, real cool. Okay, so the old man over there, the deer here, beautiful shot. It's gone in behind the lungs, well not behind them, straight through the back of them actually. Nice big bodied deer, real scrubby head. It's got damaged pedicle. He's just never going to become much, so good one to get out of the gene pool. He's in good condition. Yes, son?
Maybe we should just drag it over to the edge and just let it roll down.
I don't think... Yeah, well, Dad's actually standing in the perfect place to gut it, just above the track there where you wanted to, eh? So yeah, maybe we will roll it down, son. You want to help? You want to help, Dad? Go, push! 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 You shouldn't laugh, son. Doesn't look good for the greenies. Alright, go get him and roll him a little bit further down to Didder. Push him off, go, push. Good boy, son. Keep him going. Loves it, bro. Awesome. When we went over to Ratahi, I headshot one with the 308, blew its eyes out the side of its head, and he's like, Dad, look! Its eyes popped out. And I was like, oh, it's pretty gruesome, son. He's like, how come that happened? I was like, well, I, started getting into the physics of it, and then I was like, fuck, you're 4 years old. I said, son, imagine somebody punched you in the head really, 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 really hard. Your eyes would pop out. And that's kind of what happened. Jeez, son, thanks for your help. Got it all the way down to Didder by yourself. Alright, now lift it up and chuck it on the quad, eh? Oh, okay, okay. We might have to do that after we gut it, eh? Alright. It's a beautiful animal, Dad. Look at its pelt.
That's what we're trying to achieve. We want a herd that look like this, but with better heads.
Oh, see, that one's never going to make a head.
Nah, it's got damaged pedicle, snap top beam.
He had blue eyes.
Even though he's not very old, he was never. Yeah. He was never going to be anything
Daddy,
special.
he had blue eyes.
Happy old boy?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll get a quick photo shoot happening, and I'll get into gutting this, and yeah. So it actually turns out this happens to be my old man's furthest shot he's ever taken on a deer, 320 metres, so he was pretty stoked, to be honest. Alright, got our animal gutted. Beautiful big heart. It's going to be tasty. Just for all those people out there that might have thought that was a gut shot, this here, that's the lungs. See that? That's a bullet-sized hole through the fucking things. And it is dead as a doornail. It just ran out of picture in my video. He ran another 10 metres out of the picture, sat down, died. I mean, still one of the most ethical shots you can take, and it damages fuck all meat, because you're way back here. You're way back here on the rib cage. You're not wrecking your shoulders. Straight in there, straight through there. Lots of blood. Death. So anyways, we get this fucker on the side by side and get it back, hang it up, and
Some of this wood.
yeah, you said it right. What was it called?
Manuka.
Good boy.
We're gonna get some manuka after.
Yep, to cook our deer with, eh? Yeah. Cool. Alright. Thanks heaps for that, Hamish. Fucking
Welcome, mate. You're awesome.
been a good experience. Well, you know, and the day's not over yet, but fucking cool. Fucking beautiful deer. Absolutely beautiful breed of deer you've got up here.
Nice animals, eh? I love fallow. They're really cool little deer.
Well, a red's just a red, eh?
Yeah,
You know, they're all red.
Same. Yeah, that's right.
Fellows are just so different from one animal to another.
Yeah, even like the antler structure on a red, you know, they're all relatively
Yeah,
similar.
unless you get them in the cross with like
Yeah,
the seekers make them worse.
Yeah, that's
I mean, a wop cross always looks alright, but
yeah. No, whereas these things, eh, they're all really unique. You know, they've all got their own markings, their own antler structures. You know, like they're a cool animal.
you happy, old man?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Alright, well,
I must say, Hamish, the most enjoyable part of the hunt is being able to walk fucking a short distance and be taxied around.
That's it, eh? Gotta love the iron horse, eh, mate?
yeah. Way better than real horses. They don't argue, they don't buck. They only need a real small paddock. And they go almost anywhere a horse will go. Well, we've just started the quad. And I don't know if you can see them in there. Oh yeah, there they go. That's the same mob of deer we just shot our one out of. They've just been sitting down here, listening to us yarn and carry on. You can just see them in there. They all stood up when we started the side by side up. Now they're just sitting there watching us, watching them. See him in there? Oh, he's just scarpered.
Oh, they're coming out on grass.
There we go. One antler.
Yeah, he snapped his main beam. He's the one that I showed you in that photo last night. That's him. So he's actually getting on in age now. He's about 5, maybe 6 years old. So
Still a good hill.
he'll be sort of maybe another 2 years. We'll take him when he'll be in his prime.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to get as much of that white gene out there as possible, you know, before we shoot them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I like the one we just shot, you know, I just want them out because I don't want them diluting what we're trying to achieve in here.
Yeah.
Back at the meat safe, got our steer kicking up. Our fallow from last night, our young hind, she has set beautifully. So we're just gonna go have a bit of a feed, whatever, and then yeah, we can come out and start thinking about cooking up a whole bloody deer. Quite excited. Love a good cook up. Big fire. We're on. Been back to the wool shed for a debrief. Hung our animal up. And we're now heading out to get us some wood to cook with. Chainsaw, little man. We're outies. So we're into our wood mission to cook our whole deer. Turns out right by the gut bag there's heaps of perfect what's called standing deadwood, so it's dry enough to cook with but not rotten. Alright, we'll get into it. So the old boy's bloody threw the chain off his chainsaw and he gassed it up and didn't bring any of the tools, so he had to make do with what Hamish had in the Can-Am. Managed to get the chain back on and the chainsaw functioning again, and got back into it, got the rest of our firewood and before the rain. Well, we've got our wood, but the fuck heavens have opened up on us. Jump in the truck, son. It's gonna be really, really fucking convenient for trying to cook this whole animal over the open fire, but you know, where there's a will there's a way, and I'm sure we'll figure something out. Get our little tin shelter or something happening. Alright, put that in there, son. She is moist out there, whānau. So we've created a dry area to cook under. We've just got to get our fire going, and then I'm going to get into skinning that deer and getting it ready. I'll do that now while the old man lights the fire. She is fucking moist. It's actually been a bit of a blessing though, like at least this rain didn't come in when we were trying to hunt. Right. Still pissing down, whānau, but look at this. Fuck, she is in beautiful condition. Nice and fat on the brisket. Scripted a little bit there, but it should cook up really nicely. Just clean it up, get all the loose hair off it and start getting it tied on, ready to go on the fire. Which the old man's working on as we speak. Shit, yeah, that is absolutely beautiful meat. We have had a brief break in the weather. It's really lifted my mood. Our guts are still a bit crook from sinking way too much of our beers last night instead of just having a couple like what was planned and having a few today. There's actually none left for us to have today, but that's fine. Don't really feel like a beer anyway. So we've made the decision, we're just going to cook half of this deer because we're not feeding that many people. So I've just split it down the backbone with that big ass cleaver there that I found in that chopping block. And basically I've just chipped down one side of the bone and look at that marrow, yum. And so we're going to take the side with the spine, and that should make getting the back straps and the rest and yielding the rest of the meat off that pretty easily. And then we're going to tie it onto our rack. The old boy's got the fire cranking, so I'll tie it onto the rack and then get it over the fire, get it in our bloody bellies. I'm going to make up a bit of a cream power and crayfish sort of thing to go with the meal, with the meat. And we've just got a bit of a bread and butter salad. Yum. Alright. Is there a bug there, son? Oh yeah, he's not in a good way. He's really fucked, that guy. Anyways, our fire's going good. Got our half a deer tied on. She's nice and solid. Couple ties on the brisket there. Tie on the hot. Tie through the hip, tie on the backbone, and a tie on the neck. We are cooking. The rain's gone away, eh, son?
Yeah.
Beautiful fat venison. We're going to go quite hard and fast on this cook. As you can see, there's a lot of heat there. Just pump it through that arse end for an hour, hour and a half. Spin it another hour, hour and a half, and she should be pretty much done. Venison can be eaten virtually raw, so I'm not too bothered about cooking it right through. We're an hour into our cook. Starting to get some colour now. We're at the 1.5 hour mark. Got real good colour happening now. We're going to give it a spin, and then I can start on the seafood. Is it looking good, Louis?
Yeah.
What about you, old Louis? Absolutely fucking beautiful. Look at that. Right, we've spun her. Got good colour on the arse end. She's starting to cook right through now. Spun it. Crank some heat through the bottom. And then we'll lift it, lie it flat in about another hour's time. And do, I guess essentially you'd call it grilling it. Really just crisp the whole thing off and then it'll be done. It's looking bloody good actually. I'm quite proud of us. We've got about an hour to go now. Just ramping up the heat. We've pulled some coals off to the side. Got our cast iron heating up. And what we're going to do with that is whip up a little bit of a seafood concoction, chowder I guess you'd call it. With some powers here, crayfish. I'm going to chop all that up, fry it off in some butter with some garlic and some onions, add a bit of cream and a shitload of salt and cracked pepper. Job done. What have we got here? Some sliced power, some diced craytail, some garlic, some onions and some butter.
Dad, can I tip it in?
I don't think so, son, in case you tip it on the ground. This is actually... And our pan's nice and hot. So we're just going to fire all our ingredients in there, sear it off, and then we're going to add salt, cracked pepper and cream, and then take it pretty much off the heat altogether and let it simmer away for the rest of the time that our venison's cooking. Let's get into it.
Daddy, I hope still some people here.
Oh, there's still lots of people here, mate. All the important people are here anyway, son. Don't stand in front of the camera, please.
Is that hot enough?
Yep. So we just want to get all our ingredients in there. We're just going to give it a quick sear off in the butter. Then we add our cream and take it off the heat. It's okay, son. Hey, mate, so we're just stirring that around, get a good caramelisation on everything with that butter. Then we tip in a whole bottle of cream. And that's our surf to go with our giant turf. We got our caramelisation on all of our seafood and our onions and our garlic. Get a whole bottle of cream in there. Don't waste that fat off the cap either, that's that good shit. Stir it round. We'll try to take the temperature down a little bit, and we need to add a shitload of cracked pepper to that, and then a little bit more salt to taste, because it's seafood, it'll already be salty. Here comes the magic shovel from nowhere to remove some heat for me. Oh. Pepper. Don't be shy with the pepper, you know your mum wasn't. Really good stir around. Oh, that's going to be delicious. I'm very excited to eat it, to be fair. It should get a little bit of that smoky flavour, son, out of the fire too. Seafood simmering away. Fire's hissing. We've got good colour on both sides of our animal now. It's time to lay her flat for 10 to 15 minutes each side and sear her off for the final stages of the cook. Beautiful colour on it. Just built the fire right up. I'm going to wait for it to rage, and then that'll give us our final cook, final grill. The seafood's all ready. Just staying nice and warm in the pot next to the fire. Bloody good colour. It's going to be beautiful. It's been a bloody awesome weekend here at Muddy Waters. Hamish is just an awesome guide. Son's enjoyed it. The old man's enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed spending the time with my old boy and my son out in the hills. Yeah, been a bloody great couple of days. Got our fire hissing, getting that final grill going. Get another maybe 5 or 10 minutes as is, then we'll flip it for 5 minutes and then should be ready to eat. Seafood has reduced down, tastes amazing. Oh my god.
Oh, that's a black weirdo. That's a black weirdo.
A black weirdo?
Yeah.
The black weirdo. Alright, she's all done. I'll take her off and hack into it. We've got some bread, some butter, some seafood. It's a fucking good meal if you ask me. Alright, let's get this off. Anyone for some medium rare back straps? Yes, please. Juicy and tender. butter, backstrap, crunchy bit. Crayfish power, cream sauce. Unreal. Give it a go, team. Plenty of deer around. Feeds all. Big pile of bones left there after the shepherds are finished with it. Got our deer and all our gear loaded up. Just got to load up the young fella. It's been, like I've already said, been an awesome couple of days. Cheers, bro.
Awesome, bro.
Awesome. Been mean, eh?
Loved it.
We'll have to get back down here sometime.
Yeah, anytime. You guys are welcome back.
Alright. Come on, Louis. Let's hop in the truck, mate. Let's get the fuck out of here. Fuck, that's in good condition.